Hey, Mark.
Good afternoon.
What's going on with you?
Well,
Your classes are about done, right?
They are done. I'm a teacher and they're done tomorrow.
That's exciting.
But they're never done because then you got a grade and I'm a video editing instructor, so I got to watch videos.
Right.
So,
and then you got to be making videos for us, so you got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
Are you like super weird and anal like me? Do you schedule your days or do you just wake up and just do whatever you got to do?
It's all free form for me.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Nah, yeah.
Ever since I've had children, I'm like every single day I get up and I make a list of the things that I have to do. And I try to, I'm so anal.
Yeah.
And I try to put them in order of like when I would do them. Cause some of them have a logical order. Like I'm going to need to work out and then I'm going to need to run errands
right.
and then I'm going to need to shower. And then I put lunch. So I realized I want all those done by lunch. I know.
Wow.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And then after but it's the only way I can survive.
Right.
And because then I know like when I have lunch, I give myself an hour and a half for lunch because I'm also working on the diaries at that time.
Yeah.
So that's when I'm reading and making notes.
Right.
And then when that's over, I'm done. Because otherwise I could get stuck there down the ancestry rabbit hole for hours. So I have to make myself stop so I can go have like some me time. And then I make a list for the universe.
Oh, yeah?
And I put things on that list that I want the universe to do for me so that I don't have to worry about them. Sometimes it's like, you look after my kids. Or sometimes it's my health because, I've had some health issues lately. So I'll say, universe, you fix that part of me because I don't have time to, and I don't want to think about it.
The universe list.
Or if I feel like money is tight, I'll be like, universe, I need some money. So go make me some money. And then I'm going to focus on my list.
Well,
and that's the only
Fair
way
enough.
I get things done. But having children taught me that because children want a schedule and you find more freedom if you just let them. I would always know they napped from blank to blank.
Yeah.
So from blank to blank, I either napped or I'd got some stuff done.
Right.
And that's just my day off schedule. If I'm working, then it's a whole different schedule.
So yeah, I'm so weird that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then I have more on the crow saga. Remember the crow that the family captured because its wing was broken and all the crows in the neighborhood were like,
yes.
Okay. Well, ever since that happened, there's been one crow that fusses at me every day and follows me down like just a couple of trees, but she's like, wah, wah. Like, get away from me, or how dare you not save my friend that day?
Yeah, right.
So today I took some walnuts in my pocket.
Yeah.
And when I saw the crow, he followed me to the second tree. So I'm like, okay, I know you're watching me. And I put these walnuts down on the ground.
Yeah.
And then walked away. Like, I don't know feet and yards. So I walked a good distance away.
Okay.
And I watched that crow. And about 5 minutes later, he flew down. Oh. So I think I have a friend.
Oh, did he fly down to the walnut?
He most certainly did. And then he flew off. I don't know if he took one or if he was like, walnuts.
He probably couldn't fit it in his mouth, walnut.
I don't know. I see them take whole peanuts on like Crow Talk, because this is why I'm obsessed with crows because of TikTok.
They're
and this
so
girl
cool.
with the crows. Oh my God, they're so cool. So I just want a crow friend, to go walking with me.
Crow friend.
Yes. Well, I want an animal friend. Oh, and speaking of nature, there's a little fox. I catch him on my little front door camera every night now.
Really?
He goes, running by like 1 a.m. I think that, the dog, I'm surprised the dog doesn't bark at it. When I lived in a little house in between marriages out by a lake here in the town we live in, there was a fox that would come around all the time and everyone would say, oh my God, get your cats in, it'll eat your cats. And I was like, oh my God. And then one night the cat was outside and it was eating his little food and I saw the fox like 5 feet away.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh God, the fox is going to come eat my cat. But I called the cat in and then the fox came and just ate the cat food.
Oh.
And then every night after the cat would eat cat food, the cat would go jumping like on somewhere on the porch and the fox would come and eat the leftover cat food. And they were like best friends.
It was a good deal
It's like
for
the
both.
fox and the cat.
The fox and the cat.
And I would love to have a little fox friend.
You're going to have a fox and a crow following you. You're like the Pied Piper.
Mark, it's like a dream. To walk outdoors like flipping Snow White and have all the animals run up to me. Nothing in my life would make, and then to come clean my house, because don't they do that?
Yes.
Snow White, that would be ideal. Okay. Well, enough about us. Welcome to episode 5. This is episode 5 of My Grandma's Diaries. So we We're at episode 5. I'm calling this episode Friends and More Than Friends because in our last episode, we left Elizabeth with 3 boyfriends.
3.
Well, at least 3 boys, 2 for sure that had made advances like hand-holding and kissing.
Right.
And 1 that she just plain old likes.
Yeah.
So now we have to find out what's going on in the world. They're in Bell, Missouri.
Right.
She's living with her grandparents, her mother's parents. Dad's off looking for a job, and she's just trying to find her way in a new town, but she's making friends. She's already done a play.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Dives in. Totally.
I mean,
I know.
I would love to just show up day one, like, oh, you want to be in the play? Oh, yeah.
And date me.
I do. And right. And take me out and kiss me and take me to movies. Oh, are you kidding me?
You call me precious.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Less than a week.
January 28th, 1932. Francis and I went to Lil's, sat around and talked. We went over there tonight with Chicken Eisenberg, acted crazy, had more fun. Gussie was sitting inside reading. Oh, yeah. And looked thoroughly disgusted. Afterward, he laughed at us. Okay, how would you go and find someone named Chicken Eisenberg?
You got me.
Well, the one thing that I had going for me is the name Eisenberg is not the most common Missourian name. So I did a little diving. Although in my research, Russian and Polish Jews were coming to America, 10, 20 years before this a lot, escaping persecution, looking for opportunity. The railroad would be what brought them a little more west. Because when you think of like the Germans coming in, you think like the Pennsylvania and the Wisconsin, but they're really coming in here for the railroad. So
you mean to work on the railroad?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So I found Chicken. Chicken was Wilhelmina Eisenberg. There's nothing wrong with the name Wilhelmina. Why did they call her Chicken? This is a mystery to me. But anyway, she's born in Missouri in December of 1917. Her father was a doctor. She had a couple of brothers and sisters, and she married William Holterman in November of 1941. He goes off to World War II. He comes back, and she dies in 1951 from rheumatic heart disease.
Oh, man.
And then Mr. Holterman will marry exactly a year later. Is this ringing a bell?
Oh, dear. What do you mean?
For your family.
My grandmother and grandfather.
Because your grandmother died young, too young as well.
18 years later than what you're talking about.
Look at you dropping the math.
I know how to do math.
I'm impressed. But I'm so impressed that you,
Actually,
I would have been like.
It might be 17 and a half or whatever.
Yeah, but you're close.
I am close.
Yeah, but Mr. Holterman can't do without a wife. So, but remember, a couple episodes ago, we talked about the leading cause of heart disease in America. And it was definitely, what did I say?
Leading cause of heart disease.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the leading cause of death.
Yeah, I don't know what the leading cause of heart disease is, but rheumatic heart disease, or what she died from, can develop as a result of rheumatic fever, which is an inflammatory disease caused by an untreated or inadequately treated strep infection.
Oh.
Real common around children and young adults, which makes me think of COVID.
Yeah.
Because, I'm having some heart issues now because of COVID. And even my cardiologist was like, COVID shouldn't be labeled as a respiratory disease. It's an inflammatory disease.
Oh.
So when I was looking up, these rheumatic fever, these inflammatory diseases, I thought, maybe however they treated that is how they should be treating me. Because I'm sick and tired of having these issues. But how interesting is that?
Yes. Okay, so Chicken Eisenberg, you found her.
So little chicken. And it was not easy to find, but, looking up and there were a couple of Eisenbergs and some who spelled it I-E.
Right.
And some who spelled it E-I. Yeah. And I thought I had found her at first, and it was a really interesting story about these Russian immigrants, and I was so excited. Oh. And then I realized pretty quickly it wasn't her.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn it.
And you can't count on, what I notice is that sometimes Elizabeth spells names wrong,
Oh, well, yes. It's phonetic for her.
Right.
So she doesn't know.
So it doesn't necessarily cross-match. But chicken is chicken. You can't.
Yeah, yeah. Poor thing. I just want to know how she got stuck with that horrible nickname. January 1932. 1 month of the leap year, and I haven't taken advantage of the privilege yet. I don't like Gussie anymore. and I wonder who will be next.
What's she talking about?
Well, it's funny. When we posted that as a TikTok, everyone was like, what's leap year? And that never really occurred to me because I was born on leap year. I was born February 29th, 1968. And so that means I'm 55 years old, but I'm really only 13 because technically I've only had 13 birthdays. I had actually made a TikTok about that on my own little nothing TikTok. And to this day, I get a comment almost every day on either another leap year baby or people who don't know what it is. So for those of you who do not know,
Right.
a leap year is a year in which an extra day, February 29th, is added to the calendar. And leap years occur every 4 years to keep our calendar in sync with the Earth's revolutions around the sun. So if there weren't a leap year, we would gradually fall behind about 6 hours every year, and then time would just be all messed up. Although, I mean, I would say it's kind of relative, but the sun goes up and the sun comes down, and you want it to match what time of day it is.
Sure.
Except daylight savings time and all that weirdness. But yeah, by adding an extra day every 4 years, we can keep our calendar in alignment with the Earth. So how cool is that?
That's very cool.
I know. So,
but what did she also mean by the privilege?
Yes. So the old wives' tale that goes along with leap year is that during a leap year, a woman can ask a man out.
The whole year?
Yeah, it's a leap year. So you have the whole, I know, it's wonderful. And they would have little dances called Sadie Hawkins dances.
Oh, right.
And a Sadie Hawkins dance would be like really close to your actual leap year. And only girls invited boys to that dance.
All right.
So it gave a girl a chance to do what girls can do perfectly well now and pick the guy that they want to go out with and not wait around. And so I think it's really, really cute. But yeah, so apparently Elizabeth has not asked anyone out, but it doesn't look like she needs to because she's getting a lot of attention, new pretty girl in town. So I think that's super cute.
I love it.
February 1st, 1932. Francis, Lil, and I went to town after school today. I sure wish I would hurry up and get some letters from someone. The newspapers make it look like the United States and China are going to war.
I'm not.
And I'm like, what?
What is...
What I had never heard of that before, but there's so much about history that I haven't heard. But in 1932, China was in the midst of a period of political turmoil and economic hardship known as the warlord era, where the country was divided into various factions and these warlords were vying for power. And while there were tensions between the U.S. and China during this time, they particularly evolved around the issues of trade.
Okay.
And when you really think about all wars, and I'm not going to get into this right now, the reason we get into any war is to make money and to open up trade routes. This is one of the big problems. When Japan was on Germany's side, they were disrupting the Pacific trade routes, and that's money in people's pockets.
Sure.
So this was a big problem. And the Chinese Exclusion Act had been in effect since 1882 here in America. It prohibited Chinese laborers from immigrating to the United States and made it difficult for Chinese immigrants already in the country to bring over their families.
Yikes.
And this law was still in effect in the 1930s and severely limited Chinese immigration. But what was worse is that when this law is coming into be, and I listened to a through line about this on NPR, I don't know, like a year ago, these Chinese people would come just for the working season, and then they would go home to visit their family. And then all of a sudden, one day they come back and they're like, whoa, you can't come here anymore.
Right.
And then a lot of times they were kind of trapped here because they didn't have the money to get back. And it became a real problem.
Awful.
And yes. And it led to the real issues of like, what is citizenship? Because they were even trying to say if a husband and wife came over here and had a baby here, the baby was not a citizen immediately like you are now. So it became a huge issues of like, well, I have to stay where my baby is. And so
and that's what she's talking about.
Yeah. And it's so interesting to me that everything stays the same.
Yeah.
Because right now we worry about China.
Same deal.
It's always, it always
and probably trade still. I mean, ultimately
are you
money.
kidding me?
Right.
I mean, our relationship with China, anyway, that's not this kind of podcast.
Anyway.
But yeah, exactly. So yeah, I looked that up too because I didn't know about that.
Yeah, that was a question.
And I honestly don't know how it resolved, but that's what's going on in her little life. So that's what we know about. February 3rd, 1932. Sure is good to get a letter from Daddy tonight. He's not going to get the Maytag job. I don't know what we will do. So when we were little kids, was it the Maytag repairman?
Yes.
Those commercials with the guy in the little suit that always came around?
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, that's Maytag, but what's Maytag doing in her era.
Right.
They were a home and commercial appliance company that was founded in 1893 by Frederick Maytag. And the company started out as a farm implement company. And then they soon diversified into making washing machines. In 1907, Maytag introduced the first washing machine with a wooden tub, which was better than, I guess, the metal tubs. I don't know why. And then the company continued to innovate, introducing several new features in their washing machines, including an agitator in 1922 and a spin cycle in 1939. And during World War II, Maytag was making components for military equipment.
Cool.
So that's kind of like the conversation we had, I don't know, in episode 1, where the factories are just boom, boom, booming in World War I.
Right.
And then boom, here comes World War II. And then, well, even during COVID, factories around here stopped making certain things so they could be making masks and the PPE things that hospitals need. So it's interesting to see how companies in a time of crisis do what they need to do to support the people in the country and the war efforts and all that. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, he was almost a Maytag guy.
Wow.
So I guess he probably would have been selling washing machines.
Probably in St. Louis.
Yeah, right?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah.
Bell was near St. Louis.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not a suburb. I don't know the exact mileage, but it was right around St. Louis.
Well, we'll definitely have a little map on the Patreon to kind of let people know. I also want to design a real cute family tree on the Patreon so people can click on the Underwoods or they can click on the Hartzels and kind of see. Because it's hard to keep everybody straight.
Yeah, it is.
And it's hard on a podcast because I know our listener, the 3 people who are listening to us right now, I mean, they got to keep all these names straight and their relationship to Elizabeth. So I guess every once in a while we should give like a little
wrap up or a
breaking news
summary.
Yeah, or just like we pause here to
catch you up
on who's who.
Who's who.
And maybe that's a good way to start episode 6.
Okay.
Because we've already started this one, so now it's too late. February 6, 1932. Mended my clothes and read until late this afternoon. Then Francis, Lil, and I went to town and back to Lil's. Saw Gussie and Pickles talking to Bernita Dickerman. Stayed home all night. Okay. Bernita Dickerman?
Yes.
Can't find her.
Really?
I mean, come on. And then, of course, I'll never find Pickles because there's no last name. Come on, give me some last name.
Pickles.
And I want to think that Pickles is Chicken's brother because I figured the whole Eisenberg family. I mean, her dad was a doctor, so it's not like he's a butcher or something. Well, I mean, I still don't understand the chicken thing. But yeah, no, I can't find any of these people, but it looks like bad times are coming. She's mending her clothing. She's not buying anything new. Yeah, so we're seeing a little pattern here. February 8th, 1932. Francis and I went to Lil's. We listened to the radio, went up to Gussie's room and searched until we found a letter from Ray. Came home and Francis wrote him a card. We went up to mail it, but the post office was closed. Gussie is going with Henrietta Ferguson, a highway girl visiting here. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot going on there. They are busting up into Gussie's room to find a letter from Ray. First of all, where's Ray? I don't know. I wish we had all those little details. But I guess Frances needed his address so she could write her little boyfriend a card. So I love the idea of these 3 girls giggling, pushing each other around in Gussie's room. Oh, I hope Gussie didn't find out.
Totally see it,
get totally mad. But Gussie's dating a highway girl.
What does that mean?
And you would normally think that would mean something really derogatory and horribly bad. But no, Henrietta is a perfectly nice girl in town because they're building roads and particularly probably Route 66.
Yeah, it was. It was coming right through really Rolla, Missouri.
And is that really close to Bell?
Yeah, yes, very close. So the highway girl, Henrietta, we're fairly certain worked on the highway 66, Route 66.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's a wild little factoid.
I know. Route 66 went all the way from Chicago to Santa Monica, California.
Right.
And it was one of the original highways in the United States and was established in 1926. So you figure if they started in Chicago in 1932, they're in Missouri. I mean,
and they were in that year. You can look
sense.
at the schedule of the highway, and they were in Missouri.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
you'd think they could go a little faster, but I love it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I love that they're doing it. Route 66 plays a significant role in the development of the American West, and it became an icon of American culture and a symbol of freedom and adventure.
Yes.
Doesn't it start at like a statue in Chicago of
don't
like
know.
Abraham Lincoln?
Does it? I don't
think
know.
so. I read a book about it once by the woman who wrote the book A Gentleman in Moscow, which is one of the best books I've ever read. And this was her second book, and it was about Highway 66 or Route 66, and it was pretty cool. But the highway spans a total of 2,448 miles and passes through 8 states, of course, one of them being Missouri. And it was a popular route for people migrating west during the Great Depression and for travelers exploring the American West in the 1950s and 60s. In 1980, Route 66 was decommissioned and replaced by the interstate highway system. However, many sections of the original highway still exist and have been preserved as historic sites, which I think is kind of cool.
We need to go to some of those one
Are
day.
you kidding me?
Cool.
Well, I've always said I wanted to drive it, but I didn't know until just now.
Yeah.
Well, until I found that information.
Yeah.
That the whole thing isn't still open.
Right. No, it's not.
I was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
That makes me sad. All I know about it before, now is the movie Cars.
Oh,
Pixar
really?
Movie. Yeah, that's the only thing where they're just a little town who gets no attention anymore because they're on Route 66. They're a bunch of
They
cars.
had to update,
I know. And I mean, the interstate system is great, but come on. But, the first time I tried to find Henrietta Ferguson, I could not do it.
Yeah.
So I did it all kinds of different ways, looking by first names and last names, trying to find her family because I knew if I could find her dad,
Right.
I could probably find her. And I finally found Henrietta Muriel Ferguson was born on October 21st in 1914 in Morgan, Missouri. And her father, James, was 41 and her mother was 28.
Oh, dear.
Her father had been a farmer, and there's a good chance he lost the farm during the Depression, and that's why they're working on the highway. They don't show up in any censuses in the 1930s, which might mean they were in between locations. They're going with the highway, and they missed the census, which is unfortunate. She marries a man named Reed Basil Moore on April 11th of 1934. So this is just a couple of years after Gussie. I mean, she's looking to get married. They get married in Jackson, Missouri, and he managed a gas station. So maybe she met him, like they're building the highway.
road.
He's building a gas station next to it, and they meet.
Love it.
Yeah, she lives to be only 63 years old. She dies in 1978, and she was living in Versailles, Missouri. It's probably like Versailles. I know I'm not
Versailles.
saying it right, so tell me how to say it right, and that'll be fine with me. But yes, finally found the highway girl.
And we have pictures of the highway being built
That's really cool.
through Rolla, the town.
That's
Yeah.
neat. Oh, wouldn't
So,
it be fun if
literally,
she was in one of those
exactly.
pictures? Just sitting on the side going, I love Gussie.
Exactly. Wouldn't be surprised. Yes, exactly.
Oh, it'd be great if Gussie was it. We know what Gussie looks like. Oh, the little facial recognition in there. February 11th, 1932. We saw Bill Ross in the drugstore last night, and he said he was going to leave today. All the highway people are. I hope Henrietta goes. I just want to show Gussie. So I couldn't find a Bill
Jealous.
Ross, but I think just like the Fergusons, he's traveling around, and I couldn't
Right.
find him any censuses. So poor Bill Ross. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lost to the world.
But I can say safely now that Elizabeth is over Gussie. He's clearly moved on himself. So it's time to meet Gussie.
Oh, good. Okay.
So Gussie is actually Augustus E. Terrell.
Okay.
He was born in August of 1914. He is the brother to Miss Lil that
Yep.
we are seeing in the diaries a lot. He also had a brother named Earl. He did sign up for the World War II draft, and on his draft card, he's described as having black hair and gray eyes and was 5'11".
Wow.
So and we have a picture of Gussie that will be on the Patreon. He's very attractive, and it's actually taken from the time he was in service because he has a pretty interesting life. In June of 1934, when Henrietta is marrying somebody else,
Right.
Gussie's also marrying a girl named Flossie Craig, and they get a divorce 2 years later.
Ooh.
In 1936. I can't find Flossie Craig. I can't I can't find Flossie Terrell. So, I mean,
Okay.
she just kind of vanishes.
Yeah.
And I've looked so hard for this Flossie girl. And I was kind of hoping she'd show up in the diary.
Right.
Flossie's
Right.
got to be living around town.
Right.
Anyway, I never find her.
Okay.
So they get their divorce, but have no fear. He will find love again with Belle Bledsoe, and he marries her in 1937. I also have a picture of Belle.
Ooh.
She's a beautiful young lady. 1 year into their their marriage, they have a daughter named Barbara. And during World War II, Gussie is actually stationed in Hawaii. So lucky him. There's an article, but the reason he has an article in the paper when he's stationed in Hawaii is because his wife Belle gets really sick and they think she's going to die. But he can't get leave from, I mean, he's in World War II.
Right.
So he can't come home to see her. And fortunately, she survives.
Okay.
But that's what the article in the paper was about.
Wow.
And I'll put that on the Patreon.
How are you finding these images of them, these photos of people?
Between Ancestry and newspapers and just hours of like not going to bed at night and just sitting at the computer.
Yeah.
Because I give myself like, my stupid schedules. I give myself computer time after my husband goes to bed. He goes to bed so early. And unless there's something on TV I'm watching, I'm like, let me go research. Because there's nothing more I love.
I know, me too.
Than solving a mystery.
Yep.
That's my favorite thing. So, okay, he's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
After that, he's going to end up working as a dispatcher for the Shell pipeline in Cushing, Oklahoma.
Wow.
Oh, so we have the cutest little article in the newspaper because Gus has gotten this job in Oklahoma and now his wife has to come and join him. And in the Bland Courier on February 6th of 1947, the article is Belle, Bledsoe Terrell, and daughter moving to Oklahoma are given a farewell. And it says, Miss Gus Terrell was honored Friday night with a handkerchief shower given by her sisters, Mrs. Ed Wilson and Mrs. Alfred Baxter, in the home of Mrs. Wilson. Mrs. Terrell is leaving Friday with her daughter for Cushing, Oklahoma to join her husband who is stationed here with the Shell Petroleum Company. The evening was spent playing pinochle. High score went to Mrs. Wilbur and a low score to Mrs. Rindor. The hostesses served chicken salad sandwiches with pickles and olives, cherry spice cake with whipped cream and coffee. And then it gives a list of all the women who were there. And it's a big list.
Is it?
I mean, they're like 19 people. So she
and
was
they gave the lowest score winner.
I know, isn't that awful? I'd be like, just mention the highest. The top 3 would have been nice. Yeah, I think that's really funny. But I love that they had a little social section in the paper that bid her farewell. So she goes and she joins him in Oklahoma in 1946, but will die in 1951.
Who will die?
Belle.
Oh,
She'll die in 1951.
Suddenly?
No, remember when he was in Hawaii?
Yes.
He was supposed to come home because she was sick. Well, she was sick. So she had a long illness and it took her life at the age of 32.
Oh, dear.
But have no fear. Soon after that, he will once again marry a woman named Lois Robinson of Oklahoma. And that's all I know about her.
Okay.
I looked up all versions of this name in Cushing, Oklahoma, everywhere, and I could not find anything about her. But there's another article in 1963 in their newspaper about how Gussie had to be hospitalized for a couple of weeks because they thought he had a heart condition.
Okay.
But he got through it. They released him. But they were right. He did have a heart condition and he died in his sleep in November of 1964 while he and his latest wife were on vacation in Branson, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she woke up and he was just dead in the bed.
Oh, dear.
I know.
Poor
Isn't that
Gussie.
so sad? Yeah. So he left behind the new wife, his daughter, and 2 granddaughters who were being raised in San Diego.
Okay.
So the Terrell family ended up out there in San Diego.
Wonder what those granddaughters are doing right now.
Gosh, that's what I should look up. Bonus episode content.
There you go. We got
right
tons
there.
of stuff.
Oh my gosh, we could follow.
It never ends. The story never ends.
No, it's true, and it's just there's so many little
great.
angles. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
Okay.
So that's Gussie's story, and it was nice knowing you, Gussie. So on the Patreon, we're going to have his picture, his wife's picture, that little article, pictures of pinochle cards. We're going all out. It's going to be such a cute little gallery.
Love it.
You're going to enjoy it.
Yes.
February 12th, 1932. Francis and I listened to the radio this afternoon. Charlie Gray from WDAF in Kansas City played How Long Will It Last?, requested by Francis and me and dedicated to Lil. It was the biggest thrill I've had yet. We didn't even hear the song. We were so thrilled.
Yeah.
So I'll play a little snippet of the song. So and it's interesting because when I was a little girl, I made requests to the radio all the time. Did you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would call and then I would just lay on the floor in my room
Right.
with my cassette player next
And
to the
wait,
radio,
yes.
waiting, hoping they would say my name. Liz wants, the Rhinestone Cowboy. Or
I love it, Rhinestone Cowboy.
whatever song. And I just loved it. But I looked up the radio station because I thought it was interesting. And actually, this takes place in February of 1932. But in January of 1932, the Kansas City Star, which was the newspaper building, caught on fire. And apparently all these very valuable documents and all these old newspapers were, I mean, gosh, can you imagine that fire? But this radio station was based in the building.
Okay.
So during the fire, all the musicians had to run and grab their instruments and run out of the building because back then so much of radio was live.
Yeah.
So matter of fact, my husband's grandmother was a singer on the radio in the 1940s in Boston, and she would go to the radio station for her shift, and she'd sing all the commercial jingles.
Live.
She would sing live.
Yeah.
And she would even sing songs because maybe they didn't have it, but they had
That's
Jerry right there,
wild.
and she could sing it. So I thought that was really cool. But the whole article was only available from the New York Times.
Yeah.
And I had to get a subscription to read it, and I refused to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, New York Times. Why are they making me pay? It's an ancient article. Who else wants it other than me?
Well, they said, what is the name of the song again? How long will it
How long-
last?
remember you
with
fa-
Marlene Dietrich, I think, or
I think it was Joan Crawford
yes.
that you found.
I did, and
you found a clip from a movie.
Yes, it was a movie as well. Yeah, it was in a movie.
It's probably where I'll find the audio for it
Yes.
as well. And someone in our comments when
I
you posted, don't quit your day job.
Yes, yes, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, one of our viewers.
We'll see where I can find it. That's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. February 14th, 1932. I received 4 Valentines and didn't give any. February 15th, 1932. Bill told me today he passed by my house about 6 times last night and couldn't get the courage to come in. But he said he'd take me riding next Sunday night.
6 times he passed her house. That's 6 times.
That's a little stalkery, but only if you notice, right? Yeah, you're only a stalker
Right.
if you get caught.
That's yeah.
So now Gussie's gone. Bill is supposed to come Sunday and take her out for a ride, and that's where we're going to wrap up today. Will Bill come? Will he not come? Will they have a relationship? I don't know. We will find out in episode 6 of My Grandma's Diaries next Tuesday, wherever you get your podcast, wherever you're listening to us right now. And don't forget, if you want more information on all the things we've talked about today and in previous episodes, we have beautiful galleries put together for you on our Patreon, which is My Grandma's Diaries. At the $5 a month level, you get all the pictures that we're talking about, plus our lives, and you can see all the lives. So they'll be this is episode 5. There'll be plenty of content for y'all to see, and me and Mark being silly on our TikTok lives. You can always join us on our TikTok lives every Sunday at 4. We only miss them if I have just flown back from New York and I'm exhausted and couldn't do one. But normally we're there and we're having a good time, and we love to do that. And we're also on Instagram at My Grandma's Diaries. It's just My Grandma's Diaries everywhere you go. And thank you so much for joining us on episode 5. If you've made it this long, you're family.
Yeah.
So we love it. And join us next week where more exciting things happen. It's just the start of her Great Depression story.
Oh, amazing.
I mean, right now she's living like a queen compared to what's going to be happening. So follow us along. Yeah, less
than a year.
in a couple
it's
months.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, stay with us.
So stay with us, and more to come. And bye.
See ya.